subject of the shiur is things that help us to become, things that cause us to become a forgetfulness. So, if we'll ask anyone today, what causes us to become a forgetfulness? I'm going to bring 5 reasons that related to our lifestyle today. Because the lifestyle that we're living today, we see that we don't remember many things. The wife can tell you something in the morning. You finish your breakfast, and the wife asks you, says, sorry, darling, what did you say? So what often we do forget things, Oy vey, Jojo. That's the worst thing to do, huh? I learned that on my own skin. That's I've experienced. Okay. You forget it once, I promise you. After that, you never. The wife, there is a machine that's called Black & Decker. The wife even better. Then now they're going to Hilti, Anyway, so let's bring some reason that why we forget. The lifestyle we live in today, let's start with the media. Every few seconds we get a news breaking, So before we remember what it was a half an hour ago, we don't remember the latest one. You know what I'm saying? The media actually feed us so much that we don't know where to start, where to go. The pressure that the media put on us, we don't realize. Okay? The next thing that we have to remember is the lifestyle that we're living today that, with the new technology, cell phone, you don't have privacy. You're in your own bedroom, people phone you. You go to the bathroom, the phone is ringing. You don't have any more privacy. So this kind of a lifestyle that is so fast, that many of us adopted it. We don't have a choice. That's the second thing. Pressure. Who can say that he doesn't have pressure? Pressure at work. You never have pressure. Pressure for you is nothing. Pressure at work, pressure at the business, pressure with the workers, with the employee, pressure at home. All of that does add up. Does add up. Doesn't help us to remember. And the most important thing, Rabotai, because we're living in such a fast life, we don't repeat what we study. Don't repeat the studies. That you study a shiur today, do you repeat it? You heard it once, that's it, you forget. You understand? Not many of us. I would like to I'm going to bring 3 Gemarot. There's many more, but I'm not going to, because the time is short, we're trying to compose again. And those 38 minutes that we have, such an important subject. The Gemara, let's start with the Gemara in Masechet Nedarim. The Gemara in Masechet Nedarim, page 22, Daf Kaf Bet, Amud Bet, that means folio 2, says something very interesting. Listen to it. Kol mi sheko'es shoheach talmudo. Every person that gets cross or angry, forget what he studied. Pashut. What can we learn from that Gemara? The Gemara tells us that when we get cross, we forget. We don't remember what we study. Not only that, I don't want to say what the Gemara say and what the Zohar say about a person that gets cross. And that's a midah that we all have to work on. That the Gemara say, and Hazal tell us, and the Zohar also adding up, Kol ha'ko'es kol minei gehenam sholtim bo. That means when a person gets cross and angry, kol minei gehenam, any kind of Gehenna is in control of him. What does it mean? The Zohar comes, you can compare him to a person that is an idol worshipper, Oved Avodah Zarah. לא עלינו. How much we have to be careful from getting cross. So one of the reasons that the Gemara in Masech Nedarim tell us that doesn't help us to remember to be cross. And let's ask ourselves, you get cross, what did it help you? Nothing. If something happened or you lost it and you get cross, will it help you? No. You lost it already. Instead of getting cross, work on it to try to find it or how to fix it. The Gemara in Masechet Psachim, Samech Vav Amud Bet, that means 66 folio 2, tell us something very interesting. Listen to it. כל המתייהר שוכח תלמודו ואפילו הוא תלמיד חכם חוכמתו מסתלקת ממנו ואם הוא נביא שוכח נבואתו. I'm going to translate. A person that become a haughty.
Hot temper.
Huh?
Hot temper.
Not hot temper, he's haughty. He's arrogant, proud.
Haughty. Okay.
Haughty. Sorry, haughty. Okay? He forgets what he studied. Not only that. If he's a scholar person, if he was a scholar person, and he's arrogant, okay? If he's a proud person, שוכח לימודו. That means, by that you're getting haughty, it will help you to lose, listen to that, all the knowledge that you have in the Torah. And if you're a scholar person, you start forgetting. Not only that, the Gemara says, V'imu Navi, if he's a prophet, and he acts with this kind of a character trait, he forgets his prophecy. That if he's a prophet, and he acts like that, he forgets his prophecy. So we see from here how worse is to be arrogant. How much help to become modest. When a person is modest, that's exactly the opposite of a person that praises himself, that he thinks that he's above everyone, he knows better. That will help you to remember. Remember when many months ago we spoke, you remember Colin, and we spoke about arrogant people that when they walk to the room, I can never forget how you looked at me. And I said, there's certain people when they walk to the room, they don't look at you. They ignore you. You remember that? How you nod your head like now. I can never forget that. There's certain people when they walk to the room, they don't see you. You not exist. Okay.
Ignore them.
Okay. Good for you, Lionel. Okay, Lionel. I'm going to bring the third Gemara and listen. Yes, David. I can't hear.
I just wanted to ask, what's the difference between being arrogant and haughty and being self-loving? Like saying to yourself, I love myself in a genuine way.
Okay, so I'll answer that briefly because I don't want to lose the show. The person that is arrogant, obviously he loves himself. He praises himself, he thinks that he's above everyone. But there are certain people that love themselves, not because they're arrogant, because they're selfish. There's a difference. There's people that they are selfish. They're not necessarily arrogant, they're selfish. They think about themselves. Arrogant, it's not necessary that he doesn't think about others. He maybe think about others, but he sees them lower than him. You understand? For whatever reason, he's too smart for them, he's too clever for them, he have more money than them. Usually, Hazal tell us that when people have money, those are the ones that become arrogant. Because they usually think that they made the money. You understand? So Hazal tell us, and the Torah tell us, those people usually have a problem, and they have to work on that character trait. You follow the difference? Let's move on. The Gemara in Masechet Horayot, in Daf Yud Gimel Amud Bet, that means page 13, folio 2, bring us certain things that actually cause us to forget, to become a forgetfulness. Now what are they? Ha'ochel mima she'achal achbar. A person that eats from whatever a mouse eaten. Well, I'm going to eat what a mouse eaten? Everyone looking at me like that. Jeez. Nachon? Sometimes you have a big piece of cheese, and you come and you see that there is a funny thing on it. It doesn't look like a bite of a teeth of a human being. It looks like a different teeth. So if you eat from that cheese without cutting that part, that doesn't help you to remember. That will help you to become a forgetfulness, to forget things. האוכל משיירי עכבר. Not only that, listen what on they say. האוכל ממה שאכל חתול. What a cat eaten from. You left a piece of steak, a piece of chicken on top of the table. Your cat come and have a bite from it. Peter. Yeah. So these people that doesn't have a lot, so they eat the same chicken instead of cutting from it. Why dafka chicken? Why dafka cat? The Gemara asks. What's the difference? The Gemara says, who eats the mouse?
The cat.
The cat. And if the cat eat a mouse that help you to become a forgetfulness, kal v'chomer, that the cat going to be a forgetfulness. Okay, those things that hardly happen, you know. But let's move the things that we are exposed to. מי שרגיל לאכול זיתים. מה? אני לא שומע, גרשון. לא, אחרי זה הם יסבירו לך, גרשון, אם אני אעצור את השיעור, אנחנו נפסיד הכל, אתה לא התרכזת. תקשיב עכשיו. A person that eats olives. The Gemara in Masechet Horayot say, a person that loves to eat a lot of olives become a forgetfulness. Yeah. Olive. Start losing his memory. Become a forgetfulness. Okay, let's move on. Akon here. What? Wait. No, I'm talking about eating olive. A person that eats olive, focus. I'm going to get to everything. There are certain people that love to eat part of the animal. Listen which part, it's not good for the memory. Ha'ochel lev be'ema. The Gemara say, a person that eats the heart of an animal. Rabotai, you don't understand. If you eat heart, there are certain people that cook it, it's a beautiful dish. I never eaten it, Baruch Hashem, but I know that people that eat in the heart of an animal, you can't understand. There's a certain way to cook it. It's beyond. It's really delicacy. Yes? Yeah, definitely. We're talking about kosher animal. Definitely. Only kosher animal.
What's the problem with eating the heart?
That doesn't help you to remember. עוזר לך לשכוח. How come? The Gemara there explained.
Well, the Gemara is one person, two people, three people.
The Gemara?
Oh, that one, whoever wrote this Gemara.
No, it's Hazal. It's not one.
Yeah, but I mean,
Hazal, it's our sages. You know how many sages wrote the Gemara? It's not. Has v'shalom.
this is their opinion. There's no,
Absolutely.
There's no scientific proof.
Scientific proof, we're not talking about scientific. Here we're talking about the Gemarot.
Okay, but with all due respect, how must I believe that? Why
Okay.
must I believe that?
Okay. So, do you believe in the Torah?
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe in our sages?
Some of the things I say yes.
You believe all of them?
Not all of them.
You must. I'll tell you why. Because the Rambam say that if you don't believe one letters of the Torah, that person consider as a non-believer.
Yeah, but the Torah is one thing. The Torah Baal Peh is another thing.
Absolutely. Nachon. I waited for you to say that. Because Torah shebe'al peh, very good that you said. Torah shebe'al peh, what is Torah shebe'al peh? Wait. וקשרתם לאות על ידיך. You should time on your own hand. Where you should time, it doesn't say. That we know that the feeling is black, the Torah doesn't tell us that. נכון? והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, and they should be between your eyes. But we're not putting in between the eyes. So who telling us where to put the feeling? How that the feeling should be? That's Torah shebe'al peh, our sages. Hazal. Huh? Absolutely. Moshe brought it. But who explained it to us?
Yeah, but why are there so many different ways to put it
Now,
on?
sorry.
Why are there so many different ways to put it on? Why is the tzitzit, there's 90 different ways to wear tzitzit or something, so there's a different...
No, it's all the same. It's how you cover it over you, it's different, but everyone put. I saw people, you're talking about people that put all of them like this. That's definitely
No,
not.
I'm talking about tzitzit. I mean, I was reading a story the other day
About
about a
Scheinberg.
rabbi in Israel that wears 90 or 80 pairs of tzitzit.
Sorry, I was thinking that you say 90 ways to wear tzitzit. No, you wear different. I'll speak to you about it.
There are so many different machloket.
Nachon, that's exactly.
Therefore, why is this one?
Why?
Someone else said it's
Nachon. So I tell you. The mahloket that we have, sorry, let me, because we're delaying the show. The mahlokot that we have, you know why? Until Hillel v'Shammai, we didn't have mahloket. You know when the mahlokot start, Rabotai? From Bet Hillel and Bet Shammai. What it mean, Bet Hillel and Bet Shammai? The student of Hillel and the student of Shammai. Why? Because they didn't understand the rabbis properly. If they would listen to the master properly, we didn't have that. So unfortunately today, because we gone to the diaspora, after the destruction of the temple, we gone, Nebuchadnezzar took us to Babylon. After that, Beit Sheni, again, we gone again to exile. We don't remember. And from there comes Sanherib and send us all over the world. And quite often, you know, Russell, you ask something. I heard the other day, a guy come and said to me, he's a yeke. And he said to me, you know, I asked him something, and he said, you know, someone told me it's a minhag. I said, this minhag, it's not that not exists, it's against halacha. It's against halacha. So how can you tell me it's a minhag? Do you understand? So people come and make their own kitzur shulchan aruch. You know, Rabbi Tenza once I asked him, he said, certain people make their own kitzur shulchan aruch. And he's right. I saw it. That was a proof to me that he tell you it's a minhag, it's against halacha. What kind of a minhag is that if it's against halacha?
I mean, I've learned things in Gemara that people do it differently.
To do differently is something else. And I'll give you an example. Sfaradim eat rice and Pesach. Ashkenazim not. Rice is not hametz. It says no problem. The Gemara in Masechet Psachim asks, the time after Sha'ah Shlishit, that means after 9 o'clock in the morning that we burn the hametz, Erev Pesach, we're not allowed to eat bread. You agree with me? No hametz.
Yes.
But we're also not allowed to eat matzah. Nachon? Hazal asked, our sages asked, what is our sages used to eat? What should we eat? You know what the answer? Rice. They used to eat rice. Rice, it's not a problem to eat. רבי משה שטנבוך. רגע, תקשיבו. אתם לא רק שואלים, לא מקשיבים. רגע, 1 second. Because we change completely the subject. Rabbi Steinbuch are gone to settle a few years ago. It was a big case here in South Africa. I needed to fly to Israel. We gone to Rabbi Steinbuch. And the guy that was with me was Ashkenazi guy. And he said to him, Rabbi, that was his rabbi. Rabbi Steinbuch is not my rabbi. but we become good friends. I mean, I become good friends. I don't know if he considered me a friend. So he called me the Babylonian. So listen what he said. He said to me, I'm going to him for Pesach, to the Babylonian. So Rabbi Steinberg said to him, listen to that word. What's wrong with that? He said, but they eat kitniot. He said, so don't eat kitniot. I said, did I offer you kitniot? But if I would offer kitniot, you don't have to eat. It's not hametz. Hametz is hametz for everyone. There is certain things that Hazal, that the Rama, not Hazal, sorry, the Shulchan Aruch, took on himself. So for the Sfaradi, it's lenient to eat kitniot. But for the Ashkenazim, it's not. There is a reason for it. If you look at the Mefarshim, they'll explain. Let's go back to our Gemara. We're going completely out. What else doesn't help? Ashyote, Nahon, the Babylonian. Shirka. The Gemara say also, listen what the Gemara in Masechet Orayot. Ashote mishiare rechitza. A person that drink, Ashote mishiare rechitza. A person that drink, for example, from whatever left when he washed. A person didn't have a glass, or didn't have a vasa, and he's on the road, he gone for camping. He have a glass with him. He pour water into the glass, and he washes his hand. Nothing wrong with that, nachon? Whatever left on the glass, that you used it, and you drank from it, even that the water's clean, nothing wrong with that, that will help you to become a forgetfulness. Not only that, harochetz raglav zo al zo. A person that wash his legs one on top of each other. You're sitting in a bath, or you're sitting on a chair, and you wash your legs one on top of each other. Huh? Cross legs. I say one on top of each other. I didn't say cross. One on top of each other. Why cross? Okay. Now, listen what else Hazal said. Listen what Hazal said. Bgadim melukhlachim. Dirty clothes. When a person wears dirty clothes, that doesn't help to memory. Not only that, Rabotai, listen. A person that doesn't have a haircut, one in 30 days. A person should have a haircut, one in 30 days. A person that doesn't cut his nails, one in 2 weeks. One in 2 weeks, once every 2 weeks to cut the nails.
What about the haircut? You're going to have hair to have a haircut.
If they don't have, they don't have. Listen to that. You know, in winter, when we feel cold, what do? We put the vest and the shirt together. That doesn't help. Or, listen to that. What else? That Hazal said. There's many others. I'm not going to go through all of them. That the person that wears his clothes upside down.
Why don't we remove because of all these things?
Why? Nachon? It's a good question.
I mean, it's more an output to it. I mean, with respect to the concern. Why don't you?
Why we don't remember?
I mean, I have a haircut every 7 weeks. Which is 49 days. And I remember 3 weeks. I'm fine with it.
Do you remember everything?
Well, not everything. I remember what I need to remember.
But tell me, do you remember all the Sha'ul? What did we spoke on Shabbat?
I wasn't there.
He remembers that. I forgot
That
to
was a
come.
good one. Shabbat, you was with us, no? No, you was with us, Russell. You even read. Okay, so that was a good excuse. So what should we do? Wait. Now let's go the answers. You know, we talk about how we can forget. What can we forget? What do we do? So let's start. Hazal tell us in Masechet Orayot, Gemara Masechet Orayot, page 13, Yud Gimel Amud Bet. That means page 13, folio 2, the Gemara says, how can we improve our memory? So listen what Hazal say. That it's good to drink olive oil. It say, that's what Emmanuel mentioned. You remember?
Yes.
Emmanuel say olive oil. Emmanuel, olive oil help to remember.
Not olive, but olive oil.
So start drinking. Start puza. Huh? Start put the olive oil if you can.
Not as there.
But original olive oil, not compressed olive oil, not recycled one. Okay, it's good to eat in the morning scrambled eggs without salt, Hazal say. That will help you to remember. Scrambled, ביצה מקושקשת, בלי מלח.
What's that?
Scrambled eggs, to eat in the morning, scrambled eggs. Not only that, to eat a bread that well baked. That if you eat things that not baked well, it's not good. That means that if you ate a bread that's been baked very well, it's good. Not burnt, baked very well. Listen to that, what else? להריח בסמים. הנה, אורן התעורר. אורן, wait. Not to smoke, to smell. To smell herbs, to smell spices. Why? How many of us, when we put how many of us, when we put the aftershave, everything gets
Smacked
open,
us,
help you?
good.
I don't know how many of you in the fast, we take a lemon, and in a lemon, in Yom Kippur, when you smell a lemon, even if you feel a bit bilious, suddenly you feel, your neshama come back. So Hazal tell us in the Gemara that when you smell good things, it helps the memory. Now let's go what the Kabbalistic rabbis say. Listen what the Kabbalistic rabbis say. What's going to help us? Look how does it work now. There is an angel that's in charge about the memory. You know what his name? Samech Mem. We're not allowed to mention his name. But the gematria of Samech Mem, Samech is 60, nachon? Mem is 40. Together?
100.
100.
100%.
If you study up to 100 times, and repeat your study, that angel, if you want, he can help you to forget. But if you study 101 times, that's it, he can't. Why? Because you over his name. You done the gematria over his name, you can't forget. Rashi HaKadosh say, listen what Rashi say. Hador, Hador, ve'al titztarech lapallador. It was a spice that called palador. It's kind of a herbs that they used to use it with a salad. And that spice, when you put too much from it, Has v'shalom, you can get a stroke. If you eat a little bit from it, it will help you to remember. Rashi come and say, instead of eating that kind of a herbs, Hador, Hador. What it mean, Hador, Hador? Repeat over your study. Again, what you study today, repeat it. And repeat. That will help you to remember. Okay, so we see from here that there are certain things that help us. But what the Torah tells us, what our Holy Torah tells us, our Holy Torah tells us something very interesting. If we look at Sefer Bamidbar, Parashat Shelach, chapter 15, verse 39, listen what the Torah said. And we say it every day. Velo taturu ahare ve'ahare anechem. Nachon? That you should not follow your heart and your eyes. What the pasuk continue? The Torah continue in saying, Leman tizkeru. That you want to remember, I'll give you a remedy. You know what's the remedy, Menachem? Guard your eyes. You remember how we started? Media. You remember? Now let's go to back. The Torah tells us, if you guard your eyes, you careful what you're watching. You don't let your eyes become like a wiper blade, That's where you're going, that's what I must see. There's certain things that I'm not supposed to see, I'm not going to see. Someone came to me and said to me once, Rabbi, what's wrong with looking at other women? Anyway, I'm not doing nothing, I'm just looking. I looked at him, I didn't know if to answer or not to answer, but then I decided, you know what, if he had the chutzpah to ask, I should have a bit of decency to answer. I said to him, tell me, if I look at your wife the way that you're looking at other women, would you appreciate that? You must see his face. So, we have to guard our eyes. What are we looking at? How are we looking at? So we see that the Torah given us certain things that help us to forget. But from the other way, our sages and our holy Torah tell us also a remedy how to work on ourselves. So number one, not to wear dirty clothes. Number two, not to wear clothes upside down. That means that the front to the back to the front. Not to wear two clothes together, the vest and the shirt together. That's Kabbalistically. To make sure that we should have a haircut on time, cut the nails. When we cut the hair, don't you feel a bit more, after a haircut, you feel more open mind? Huh? What, you feel it all in one shot? Okay? But the most important thing, Rabotai, and it's simple. Rashi say, Hador, Hador, ve'al titztarich lapalador. Repeat and repeat and repeat. You studied today something? Repeat it. And we all know when we wrote matrix, when we all wrote exam, when we want to remember something, we go over it and over it and over it. Nachon?
Yes.
Pashut. Where's Meish, our science? Meish. You write a lot of articles to software. You deal a lot with our friend Bill Gates there, am I right, with a computer. How many times you repeat your books when you want something? Huh? You don't remember? No, Baruch Hashem. So Rabotai, so please God. So please God, we should take those things, Rabotai. It's very important to make sure that our hand is clean, our clothes very clean. Okay, to have haircut at a certain time. To God, what are we looking at? Not to look at everything. Yes. Sorry?
But you put your head in the sand after.
No. I see that you missed one show. Very good question. Depends. There's certain guys, when they see a woman, they do a city, MRI, She gone through the CAT scan. That's how they do a printout. You'll ask him after that, they'll give you the shape, they'll give you the size, they'll give you the height, they give you the width, everything. They give you even the depth. We're not saying that we walk and we see a woman, you mustn't look. The Torah doesn't tell us. But don't focus. You walk, you see someone, hello, and continue. You understand? Don't use your black box that we all have as men. That's what the Torah tried to tell us. ולא תטורו אחרי עיניכם. And then, the pasuk comes and says, למען תזכרו, you want to remember. Don't do MRIs to everything. There is certain things that you should not do. You see it. It's happened. What can I do? I continue. I don't make a big fuss of it. And Be'ezrat Hashem, if we take all of those suggestions that Hazal tell us in Igmarot, Rashi tell us, the Kabbalistic, and our Holy Torah, Be'ezrat Hashem, we should remember, and we will remember, all our Torah and all our study. Amen. Ken Yiratzon.